Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Our problem of the day in GFG is candy. So it is categorized as hard, though I have faced this question multiple times, and it's really easy. So the question gives us a array which has some rating of some children, and we have to consider two cases, like every children must have at least one candy, and the other condition is the higher the rating of its neighbor, the more candies they will get. Let's take an example. If we take the first example only. So according to the first condition, we have to distribute one candy to each of the children. So for the second condition, we will traverse from left to right of the array, compare the rating of their left neighbor, and accordingly we will distribute candies to them. So we will start iterating from the first index. Then we will compare between the ratings of its left neighbor. So here we can see 0 is less than 1, so we will not increase its number of candies. The number of candies will remain same here. Now we will come to this children and compare with its left neighbor, as 2 is clearly greater than 0. So we have to increase number of candies for his part. These two children can't get same number of chocolates, right? So we have to increase number of chocolates for him. So we will increase it by 1. Now to check the right neighbor of every children, we will traverse from right to left of the array, and we will start our iteration from this point. So for the first time, 0 is less than 2, so we will not increase. The number of chocolates for him will remain same. Now for the second children, 1 is greater than 0, right? So he must get more number of chocolates than him, so we will increase it by 1. That is about the logic. And the question wants the minimum number of candies you need to have and distribute in the class. So we will add up all the number of candies in this array. So we got 2, 1, 2, which is 5. So we will return this value. The output is 5. If you want to see the second case also, 1, 2, 2. So to satisfy the first condition, we will distribute 1 to each of the student or children. And for second condition, we will iterate from left to right of the array, start our iteration from the first index of the array, and check the rating or compare the rating with the left neighbor. Here 2 is greater than 1, so he should get more number of chocolates than his left neighbor. So we will add 1 to his part. Now we come to this children. 2 is equals to 2, so it will remain same. Now to check the right neighbors, we will iterate from right to left of the array, and our iteration will start from this point, second last children of the array. So we will compare 2 and 2. So again both are same, then there will be no change. Now our pointer will come here. We will compare both the elements, that is 1 is less than 2, so we will not change this also. So we came up with this array. Now we will add up all the elements. 2 plus 2 is 4, and we will return this value. The answer is 4. So the logic is quite simple. Let us code it. Let us take a candy array where we're gonna store the number of candies to be distributed, and the length will be same as the given array. Now To satisfy the first condition, we will run a loop in our new array and distribute at least one chocolate for each of the candidates or children's. So in candy's ith position, we will insert 1. So our first case is done. Now for the second condition, we have to traverse from left to right of the given array. So int I equals to 0 till ratings dot length will increase by 1, and we have to compare the current element. Okay, so here I have told we will start our iteration from the second index, so it will be 1, and now if we will compare with its left neighbor, if ratings current value is greater than ratings left neighbor value, how we will go left? So we have to subtract it by 1, and then if this condition gets true, in the candy's ith index we will store. If it is true, we have to increase the number of candies, so we will increase it, whatever value is there, plus 1. Now here is a catch. If the current value of candy is already greater, then what we have to do? It can be that the rating is greater. Let's say here 3 is greater than 2, but in the candy array we already got more number of candies for him, so there is no point to increase it, right? Because we anyway have to return the minimum number of candies, so there is no point of increasing it. That is why we checked, we compared between both the number of candies and then assign the value. To prevent overlapping, we will return the maximum between what it is currently storing and what it will store after increasing it by 1. So we will prevent the overlapping with this. And for the second part, again we will traverse the rating array from the last, and it will start iteration from the second last student, second last children. So rating dot -2, and I will go till 0 and I will decrease. Now again we will check if the rating's current value is greater than the rating of its right neighbor. So to go to the right children, we will increase I by 1. If this condition gets true, we will use the same logic to prevent overlapping. That is the maximum between the current value of the candy and after increasing the value of candy after increasing. So yeah, and then as we got number of candies for each of the children, now we will add up all the elements from the candy array, and I equals to 0, I less than candy dot langth, I will increase by 1, and we can take a variable where we're gonna store the total sum, and we will add up every element of candy array with that variable, and at last we're gonna return the result. Okay, so here will be -1. I hope this logic is clear why we have. So let us compile and run. All good, it seems. So the program runs successfully. This is all about the code. Thanks for joining.